Hello and good morning. Welcome to Give STL Day. If you're joining us, thank you for joining us. We just wanted to get here this morning and chat with you a little bit and tell you what the day's going to be about. So let's get everyone else here and in the chat out of the back stage into the front. So everyone else is on the screen.
Hi, I'm sorry. While you were talking, I could see one of your cats in the
Oh,
back. And I was like,
where's your picture, Mrs. Producer? There
Early.
she is. Mrs. Producer, otherwise known as Stephanie Fox. It's my
Oh,
job.
I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Christy Timberlake. Hey, everybody.
I
I
actually
really
didn't
like
introduce
cats.
myself either. Actually, let's do that. Let's formally introduce ourselves for those that don't know us. My name is Lori Pagano, and I am one of the founders of GCPA, and I am the managing director, and I music direct a lot of the shows as well. So, Christy, give more info about yourself.
I'm Christy Timberlake. I am the education manager. I'm also one of the teaching artists, and sometimes I teach voice lessons. Sometimes.
I'm Stephanie.
Exciting! Ah!
Sorry.
I'm Stephanie Fox. I'm the artistic director. I choreograph a bunch and I teach dance classes and I produce. And I'm so excited because now StreamYard goes to Instagram and I made it work. It's working. We're live on Instagram.
Yay!
Look at you.
I know. Fantastic.
And Ashley will be joining us soon. She had a little accident with her coffee spilling everywhere, apparently. So I'm sure she'll share that with us when she gets here. What Christy is going crazy about is that we have 2 kitties. We just got within the last few months. We got in February. And so she's like, kitties, I see kitties. So if you see 2 little things running around in the background, that's what they are.
Do they get to be together again?
Yes, they are together again.
Yay.
Yes, they are. So do we want to talk about what's happening today? So we're doing things a little bit differently. In the past, we have had several different live events, like what we're doing right now throughout the day. We've had different things throughout the day. We've started it and we've ended it with other videos throughout the day, with other live video throughout the day. This year, we are still doing the opening and the closing live, but the other videos that you'll see throughout the day are pre-recorded. Yeah. Do you have more details about what type of videos will they be seeing today, Miss Stephanie? You're muted.
Whoops. We had several alumni record videos sharing about their experiences at GCPA and what it meant to them and how donations towards scholarships could help future students. So those are going to be rolling out all day.
Right. And that is what we are fundraising for today. We are fundraising for our scholarship fund, basically. We have never turned away a family due to financial reasons. We will help out and provide classes, even if families that aren't able to afford the full price or part of the price or whatever it may be. So that is very important to us that we continue that, and that is what we are fundraising for today. So,
hooray! It's early.
It is early. Let's see. Do we have anything specific we want to talk about?
We have talking points.
We do. Christy, why don't you talk about what feedback do you hear from families about the importance of scholarships?
I actually have a very moving story about that. We had a student who their family is going through some really difficult financial times, and they had kind of said in passing, like, I might not be able to take classes anymore because I don't think my parents can afford it, and I don't want them to have to worry about my classes. That's just an unnecessary expense. And that student happened to be one of Paul's students. So I went and I told Paul, I was like, Paul, one of your students is saying that they're going to have to quit your class because their families can't do this. They just can't afford it. And Paul said, like, we are going to do whatever it takes to keep that kid in my class. You make sure you do whatever it takes to keep that kid in my class. And so that is what I relayed to the parents, that don't worry about it. GCPA, we got this. Your kid is staying in classes. Your kid is taken care of. And that parent burst into tears. They genuinely thought that they were going to have to let their student down, and they were going to have to say, I'm so sorry. I know you love theater. I know you love this company. We just can't afford it anymore. And so that parent was prepared to give that speech to their student. And instead, I got to run outside and wave and flag the car down and go, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We've got this. We're keeping this kid. We love this kid too much. We got you. You're part of our family. Yeah, and so that kid is with us even now. They've been in multiple GCPA shows as well. So yay.
What about you, Lori?
Cats.
Sorry, I was distracted by cats tumbling behind me because they were in a little fighting match. What about me? Meaning, like, do I have any stories? I don't know if I have any particular stories. Other than I know that I am grateful that there has been definitely students that we have had the blessing of having in our class and feel very grateful to have in our part of our shows and part of our productions and part of our classes that we know would not otherwise be able to. So yeah, I'm just grateful for that.
I can share. We have always had portions of our youth theater company that were fee free, but we've been slowly trying to move to all of the non-camp productions being fee free. That's been very important to us for a long time, but obviously it takes money to produce shows. So it's been a slow process, but here, even just recently, I had several students tell me that they were considering not auditioning for a show because they can't afford the fee that is associated with it. And it was really exciting to be able to tell them that that there are no fees attached to those programs anymore, to the non-camp programs. And to be able to provide access to families to productions that they may not be able to do otherwise is super exciting. And being able to change the language around it so that they already know that they can come and not have that barrier of a fee be there is super exciting. So these donations in terms of scholarships will go to support, obviously, things like classes for students, just general classes if a student wants to come and just take one class with us. It can be for that. It can be for students who are part of our bigger programs like Show Starters or Craft that are taking numerous classes that can certainly add up. And it can also go towards production fees for productions and things like that. So there's a lot that that it can support. And our goal for today is to raise $7,500, right? 7,500. Is that the right number?
75 million.
That would be great if we
That
could
would be
raise
fabulous.
75 million. They will make everything free if we get to 75 million. And we are already at, I was trying to look it up. We've started the day with, hold on, $1,325, which is great for only 10 minutes into our actual campaign. So hooray.
Yeah, that is great.
Thank you to everybody who's already donated.
We had some early donators who donated a couple days ago, then some that were early this morning before I was probably even up. I don't know if anyone did the 12 a.m. one, but we shall see.
Oh, I don't know. We normally do that, but I don't think we did this time.
So they have these special things throughout the day, and I think, is it written on our website when those power hours are? Or do we post it somewhere?
It's on our socials.
Okay. So there's certain power hours throughout the day where when you donate, a percentage extra will be donated as well. There's like a kind of a match. It's basically a company has donated extra money for this hour. And a donor has donated this money, and whatever is raised during that time, during that hour, then gets that amount gets divided amongst the people, the different nonprofit organizations that receive donations during that hour. So if you want to look at our socials, or do we know what those are? We could say that out loud or put it on our screen. But if you look at our socials, it has the power hours. And if you are available during those hours, when you want to donate and you are available during those hours, please do so during those hours, because we'll get a little extra from that donation. And what I was talking about midnight is that there's a couple special things throughout the day. There was one, usually it's like the very first donation of the day. So people sometimes wait up at midnight and do it like 12:00:01 and try to get it in there. And same thing tonight. It's the very last donation of the day. Normally gets a little bonus as well. So if you happen to be up at 11:59 and want to give even a small donation and try to get in at 11:59:59, we could get that extra bonus as well, or as close to that as possible.
If you keep talking, I can get the things up.
Where's Paul when you need him? He's the one that can just like blather on forever. I'm not as good.
We can do it. We don't need Paul. We can do this.
Well,
Paul
okay.
Paul had to work.
I have some questions. I can ask. We can ask some prompting questions.
Hold on, I got it.
Oh, I guess we didn't need to talk after all.
There we go. All right, guys, there it is. Every 3
9,
hours,
12,
it looks like.
3, 6, and 9.
Yeah. So right
I
now,
know those kids.
this hour
It's
would be
every 3
great.
hours. Awesome. Christy, go. You had something to talk about.
Oh, I was saying we could do more prompts about that. We have all these awesome prompts. What about? Oh, we did that one. Can you speak to the financial realities of keeping arts programming accessible? That's a sobering one.
It is. I feel like, unfortunately, for a lot of places and a lot of schools and things like that, the arts is sometimes one of the first things to go if they need to make budget cuts. And they take away the arts because they don't think it's as important as STEM. But I think STEAM, with that A in there, is so important. I mean, arts teaches kids so many different aspects, which we can talk about. But I definitely feel like it's important that we have our organization that is not affiliated with a school. So we don't have to worry about like the school district deciding to close us or something like that, or shut us down. We just have to rely on our own donors and our own classes and our own financial status and what we're earning. So yeah, I think it's very important that we continue to have arts be accessible to everybody. And I'm glad that we can be a part of that.
I can speak on that. Being in the St. Louis Public Schools and being an arts teacher in the schools, I was always grateful that the schools that I worked for were ones that the schools that I worked for were very adamant that arts needed to be in some way included, to the point where they would pull outside organizations in for after school activities or during school special events where they'd bring people in from places like COCA or Stages or GCPA to teach things. And it was always beautiful, but also a little disheartening how these students learning how to express themselves in a way that had nothing to do with their real life, but was an outlet for them to express emotions and opinions that they might have to bottle up because for whatever reason. To see them be able to express that, we taught them how to do that. We taught them how to do that on stage, or we taught that those kids that dance is a form of release, and you don't have to fight to get the release that you need. So I've always love the fact that the schools that I was working in, they took the arts, the performing arts specifically, very seriously, because, like you were saying, Lori, it does teach a lot of things that STEM cannot. If only the social emotional aspects of navigating the world, you get that through the arts. And a lot of our students are missing that now. A lot of our kids really struggle with connection and communicating. And that is one of the things that the arts excels at teaching. So that's my 10 cents.
I agree. It looks like
Thank
Ashley's
you.
here. Yay!
Hello.
Oh, hi,
We have a special guest with me. Sorry, I missed the beginning. I had a malfunction right before we were supposed to start. Everyone.
We were just talking about the importance of art and music and theater in today's world and in schools, and how what was the exact question? I can't remember.
Financial aspect, financial realities of keeping arts programming accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that. Yeah, and I can definitely speak a little bit to that too. I heard what you guys were saying, which I totally agree with. Good morning, Laura. That's right. We do have a school outreach show today. GCPA is partnering with the Mary Queen of Peace School to do the Little Mermaid, and they open in just a couple hours. So that's very exciting. Me and Miss Christie and Laura Roth and Sarah Vladik have been working with them to do their 8th grade musical. So that's been really fun. And that's definitely an aspect of what GCPA does and what some of your dollars go to help with. And something else I was thinking about as you guys were talking and answering that question, you have to stop. Everyone hears click, 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 click in the microphone when you're doing that. GCPA offers financial aid. We always have, and we work really hard to never turn away anyone who asks for financial assistance. And Christy and I both see those, and Stephanie's too. And I guess we all see them. We all see those applications come through, and we all, go through the process of approving that financial assistance. And we do have families dealing with. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna have to ask you to go wait somewhere else if you can't keep your noises down, okay? I love that you're here because you're a great example of what people's donations are gonna go toward in the future, hopefully. Do you like it when you go to classes at GCPA?
Noah, do you like hanging out with me at GCPA?
Miss Christie is Noah's favorite person at GCPA.
He's gonna be in one of my classes. Hey, Noah, we're gonna have such a good time.
And we were just talking about how he's gonna come see Little Mermaid with me today. And in a couple weeks, GCPA is doing the Jungle Book as part of another one of our programs called Musical Makers. And we do scholarships for musical makers, where students who are brand new to a production, the experience of a production, or who are maybe like not quite ready for the intensity of the whole audition process for our main stage shows. They can do musical makers where they sign up and they learn about auditioning and they learn about the process of a production. And it's lower stress, and it gives them an opportunity to learn and practice, and then to experience a production at the end of the year in May. So we're doing the Jungle Book in a couple of weeks, and he was just asking me about coming to see the Jungle Book. So he's been real excited about that. He's been helping me put costumes together, and set pieces. So that's been really fun. But what I was saying about the financial assistance is. We see the applications come through. We're talking to these people. We have families who are experiencing job loss. We have families who are experiencing, a shift in what's happening in their household. Of course, household income is a part of that, but also like you know, family members
housing.
coming in and out, changing
Housing transitions. Yeah.
Right. Yep. And we have students from demographics all over the St. Louis area. And yeah, you just never know who's gonna hear about GCPA and want to experience what we do. And we want everybody. We want them all, no matter what. And we never want money to be a reason that we have to not be able to provide that. So that's why this day is really important, and we're able to meet our goals so that we can do even more on top of what we're already doing for those students. Awesome.
See, this is why we needed Ashley. She talked for like 5 minutes straight just now. It was beautiful. It's magical.
We've got several alums on the Insta Live. I'm loving being on Instagram. We've got Joe, Bree, Lacey was here. Lacey's gone.
And Bree.
I can't see who else, but yay, this is fun.
And did we talk about our alums today and the ways that they're contributing?
A little bit. We just said that a lot of them made videos, and that we'll be playing them throughout the day.
If you want to expound, you can. Yes. Expound, is that a word? Expound?
Expound. That's an SAT word right there.
If it's really a word.
Yeah. We reached out to a handful of alums to just share their reflections on their time at GCPA, and I mean, as much as they wanted to share about what they got to do while they were at GCPA, but also like what they learned and what they're doing now, and how what they learned at GCPA has impacted what they're doing now. Because the arts, and any of you guys can speak to this, but the arts are so far reaching. We have lots of alums who have gone on to successful BFA programs, who have gone on to perform professionally in many parts of the United States, and who have done cruise ships and tours, and people who are working off Broadway and all kinds of stuff. And that's great. We love to see that for sure. But also even the ones who are pursuing a medical degree, or pursuing an English degree, or a teaching degree, those alums can also look back on their time at GCPA and just the personal skills and the communication skills, the development of empathy, of community, of collaboration. The arts ties into so much more than just ending up on a stage doing the thing. And so it's really cool to hear how they're sharing kind of how the arts has impacted them on the stage, but definitely beyond it too.
Yeah, we get a lot of our alumni keep in touch with us, which we love, by the way. So alumni, please keep doing that. Pop on in when you're in town and send us messages. Like, we quite often get their graduation announcements when they graduate from college, and sometimes they'll send a little note or a letter with it saying things like Ashley just said, thank you so much for helping build the foundation for me going into this other career, but it helped me learn how to work well with a group and speak in front of people and be confident in myself, and all these aspects that can relate to all different types of jobs. So
those are my favorite messages, when especially when they're out in the wild. It's happened to me a few times on TikTok, where somebody will comment on one of my videos, "You look like my teacher from when I was an elementary school kid." And then I respond with, I check out their profile and I'm like, "Joke's on you, I was your teacher. Hey, what's up, kid? You're all grown up." And they always have such a sweetest little response of, "I remember doing XYZ show with you, and that made me want to be a teacher too," or "that made me go into pediatrics because I saw how important it was to have empathy and connection, personal connections." And that's always my favorite thing, is when it happens randomly in the wild.
We've also got a bunch of alumni working for us.
Yeah.
I need to think. We've got Alex.
We
Admin.
love Alex. Alex.
Trinity.
Hi, Kitty.
Trinity's not here, Noah, but you know, I'll tell her you say hi.
Kitty in
All
there.
3 Egley sisters.
Over there.
Yeah.
She just went by.
Cassie, yeah.
Hi to Lori.
Cassie.
Yeah,
Cassie.
Lisi's coming in this summer to direct.
Is Hope coming?
Annalise is done directing for us.
Hope's not coming this summer. Lawrence is coming in this summer.
Yay!
Ariana.
Ariana, yes.
Yeah. We've had
Joe is
like,
coming back, isn't he?
did it
Yeah,
work?
Joel will be around. Mhm.
I'm sure we're missing some. I can look at my list, but lots of alumni.
Yeah.
They'll get mad at you if you don't say their name. They'll
Don't
be
blame
like,
us.
"Don't
It's
care
9:30
about
in
me."
the morning. It's early. We're tired.
Also, all of the graphics that you see today as part of Give STL and the videos were made by another alumni, Suze Egley. So that's it. I love my life. Suze made all the graphics. So that's a great example of, an alum who did theater and who we love to have on stage, but who's also using creativity and arts in a different way. So shout out to Suze for all the beautiful graphics and videos she made for us today.
Yay.
Ooh, wait, hey, Ashley, unmute yourself real quick.
Yes.
Hey, Noah, can you hear me? I have a treasure hunt for you. Do you want to go on a treasure hunt? Okay, here are the things you have to find, okay? You have to find something pink that can fit in your hand, something white that you can hold, and something green that is not a plant. All right? Something pink that you can hold in your hand, something white that you can hold, that you can carry, and something green that is not a plant. You think you can go find them? I'm gonna time you. I have my timer. You ready? No? Oh, you don't want to be timed?
Come on.
Okay.
No timer. That's fine. Just go do it.
Do the pink. Do the pink one first. Find something pink you can hold in your hand.
He'll think about it for a minute, Miss Chrissy.
Speaking of pink and green, we've announced what our theme is for Raise the Curtain, didn't we? That's been announced, right?
Yes. It's out there. Save the date. Yes.
Yeah. So our theme is Dancing Through Life, which of course is from Wicked. And so our theme colors are green and pink. So we actually are gonna, at least I'm planning on it, wear another color other than blue and orange to the Raise the Curtain this year.
Yay. Does everybody know what color they're gonna wear?
Green. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I am team green.
See, I want to be green, but I know all y'all is gonna be wearing it, so that means I have to do pink.
We can all
do.
Although
No.
great and pink.
I'm gonna do bubblegum pink. I'm gonna pull a whole Galinda.
I can see that working well.
What day is Raise the Curtain?
October something or other with Halloween.
It's like the 9th. No, let me look it up. It's on my calendar.
And I will decide on October 8th.
You have to decide the week before so you can order or get something. Oh, October 4th. So don't decide on it.
You gotta order it in September.
Yeah. October 4th, Raise the Curtain. For those that don't know, Raise the Curtain is our annual fundraiser. It's a kind of a fancy event where you get dinner and then we perform for you afterwards. The kids perform songs from the season that just happened, and sometimes we do songs from the season that's coming up. And the staff will do reveal songs from the summer shows. So that's always a crowd pleaser when we get to perform.
Stephanie and Lori, speaking of RTC and revealing things, the number of kids and teachers who just naturally sing I Know It's Today because they're like, it's my favorite song from Shrek. And then I get to be like, I got to sing that song with Ashley and Stephanie, and then they all go, Stephanie sings. I'm like, Stephanie sings, you guys. And I have a video of one of our rehearsals, and I whip that thing out and I show it to them, and they are just blown away by both of your vocals. It makes me so happy. They're like, oh my gosh, Ashley sounds like a princess. Like, okay, like they do, you know how kids do this now? Yeah. And so when Stephanie, when you start belting, they're like, okay, Miss Stephanie.
I don't sing. This is
Do
lies.
you want to know one of my favorite Raise the Curtain memories?
Yeah.
I have a lot. It's really like not fair to say one of my favorites because I have so many, but I don't remember what year it was, but it was the year that we revealed that we were going to do Annie. And Stephanie and I got to sing Tomorrow together.
Aww.
And we absolutely pour hours and hours and hours of rehearsal into these performances to make sure that they're the best they can be, like the professionals that we are.
And they definitely don't happen late at night after we've all been teaching
nights before
all
it's
day.
Happen on Thursday and Friday right before the event. I mean, really.
But no, we definitely were like, we're not in the performance, but in rehearsal, we were like, we're just gonna go for it, just like sing and we'll figure it out. And Stephanie busted out with this, like, I can't even think of the right word. It was like the most beautiful harmony to the melody that I was singing.
She hates doing harmony.
She hates it.
I wasn't surprised. Look, she's gone away. I wasn't surprised because I have seen Stephanie perform and I know how amazing she is. But to hear her do it just melted my heart and I loved it so much. And then when we sung in the actual performance, we hadn't really planned any like staging or choreography or anything. But when we were doing it in the actual performance, at the time where we took turns singing a piece of it, and then when we were singing together and she had that harmony and stuff, she like reached over and like put her arm around me spontaneously, and so I put my arm around her and we sang Tomorrow, and it was so beautiful. And I remember that. It was great.
That's so cute. I have no memory of this.
Out everything. That night she gets nervous and likes to hide. Like you're doing right now. Quit hiding.
Yeah. Stephanie, why did you leave? Your facial expressions are so funny.
Because I embarrassed her.
I'm back. Yeah, we'll announce our summer 2026.
Yes.
At Raise the Curtain. But we've already announced our main stage shows for
this year.
For this year. Hold on, I got a logo.
Graphics up. For the fall show, we have.
Hold on. I uploaded it and it's gone. Oh no, here it is. For the fall show, we have. Oh.
Oh, it's so tiny.
Hold on. Talk about something else. Let me redo this.
Can we start talking about it while you bring it up?
Yes.
All right.
We won't say the name. We'll just like
fall show,
talk about how excited we are and how the music is so iconic.
Yeah, we have some very exciting aspects of it. We are going to be having a dog on stage, a Berloni dog, actually 2.
Way!
There's 2 dogs because
Toto's track is so difficult that there
intense.
have to be 2 dogs.
Yes. So there will be 2 little Totos.
Wow.
And then we're going to have flying, and I think at least two people are flying.
Oh, more than that.
Well, yeah, I think at least because
take that.
The witch.
Take that. No. Oh my gosh. Claudia just brought another bird into the apartment.
Dead or alive?
Let go.
Guys, we have live action here. Claudia is her cat, in case you're wondering. And Claudia likes to bring in birds.
I
I'm
feel like
hoping
this happened last year.
Is it
It
alive?
did. You were Stephanie. You were there.
Oh, it was on a
Yeah,
Zoom. It
here.
was on a Zoom.
It's
Here.
alive?
It's
Oh, she
still
was.
alive.
Is it injured?
Oh, I gotta check and make sure. Hi, buddy. I'm
Oh.
sorry that she got you. You
Oh
okay?
no.
Christy, you're like a real life Disney princess. Just
Hold it in your hand and be like, la 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 la.
You okay? Yeah, can I check your wing?
Oh
Make
god.
sure she didn't get your wing.
I'm just surprised the bird's not even scared of you. You're just like,
There
I'm not
I'll just sit in
surprised.
your hand. I'll be happy.
we go.
Aw.
And then
So yes, other than those aspects, what else is good? You let it go inside. You got to put it outside.
I'm right next to my door. I thought it was gonna fly out.
Anyway, what other things happening for Wizard of Oz? I think those
We're
are the big things.
super excited about this production. First of all, I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan. I'll go get my cows in a second to show you my cows. But I love Wizard of Oz since I was a kid. It was my dream role. And then I got to play it as a senior in high school, which was super exciting. So I'm very excited that we're producing it this fall. We kind of waited on it because it's to do it the way we want to do it is, hi, it's a birdie. Is quite expensive because there's a lot that goes into it in terms of being able to kind of create the magic that's around it. And that's the way we wanted to produce it when we were able to. So we're doing lots of things. When we are super, super excited that Purina decided to sponsor us for this production. So they are helping us put on the show. And then on top of that, they are going to bring in Duo Dogs, which is a company that provides
It's
emotional
cute.
dogs. There will be emotional support dogs at auditions to help people kind of calm their nerves there. And I'm really hoping there's going to be one behind the table just for me. I don't think that's going to happen, but
For us.
for me. But I have requested that. And then I think at Tech Week as well. So we're super, super grateful to Purina. And that's going to be exciting. On the Fly is going to be providing the flying effects. We're not going to go into detail about what those effects are going to be because they have to be a surprise. Which is going to be super exciting. And we've got lots of fun stuff planned for just the different production elements, the staging. I'm a firm believer that it's a feminist story. Dorothy really takes charge of her own destiny in it. And we're wanting to really lean into how she is the creator of her own destiny and how she takes charge and leads all of these people to find her true self and all of that good stuff. I mean, it's still going to be the heartfelt Wizard of Oz that we all know and love, but we're super excited about that. It's a big production, so auditions are open now. Audition slots are filling, so make sure you get your spot. We have roles for students ages 8 to 18, and there's so much to do in the show. We're looking for people who are strong actors, strong dancers, strong singers, obviously. There are going to be many characters that get to partake in the fun production elements that we're going to be doing. So snag your spot and come out and audition to be in one of my favorite shows. And I'm going to go get my cows so I can show you.
Cows.
Cows that are dressed up as different characters, I believe.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
GCPA does scholarships for production fees for students too. We actually are really, and Stephanie could probably speak more to this when she gets back, but we've worked really hard as we've grown and developed as a company to make as many of our productions fee-free as possible. So we're trying not to charge production fees for actors to participate. And that has everything to do with the sponsorships that we get. So shout out to our sponsors when we have those season sponsors. It makes all the difference in us being able to, again, just bring that arts access to more kids, because it really stinks to just want to do theater, just want to do a show, but then you find out that you have to pay a couple $100s, to do it. And that can be prohibitive sometimes and hard. So we do our best to make as many of our productions fee-free as possible. Goodbye, Birdie. But then when we do have to have those production fees, when we do have those production fees, we do scholarships and financial assistance for those as well. So your support today is helping kids be in the Wizard of Oz and fly and play with Toto.
This is my Dorothy cow. For my senior year of high school. And then later, I don't remember who gave me my scarecrow cow, but I have my scarecrow cow.
Wow.
My husband recognized my obsession and over the years has gotten me the Tin Man cow. He's played the Tin Man 3 times, I believe. So this was a special one. And then I've got my lion cow, which is really exciting. And then I have my Glinda and Elfie cows as well. And then
Who's making these?
You need a Toto cow.
there is no Toto cow, but there
Oh.
is the mayor of Munchkin City, and I believe the Lullaby League and the Lollipop Guild. I think that's all I don't have.
What company is doing this? One company was like cows.
There's
Wizard of Oz.
some company that, like, it was decades ago. It was like in the early 2000s that they put cows up all over the country dressed in different themes for different things, like huge cows, like as statues.
Yeah.
And then they started to make the little cows to sell. So it's not just Wizard of Oz. They've got like a ton of different ones. It's like Cows on Parade or something like that.
Yeah, and then they did it with different animals. And then, like, when I lived in Minnesota, they did it with Snoopy statues and
Snoopy. Aw. So it's kind of like the
here
St.
they
Louis
did the
cake.
cakes. They did the cakes.
Yeah.
And they decorated them each differently.
Oh, the other thing about Wizard of Oz is we're working to, what we really want to do is make this not just a production, but a huge community event, bringing in Webster and Kirkwood businesses to help kind of create an event for especially our younger audiences. So we're looking at doing activities in the lobby before at least one of the matinees, if not multiple. So if you are a business that would like to be a part of that, you can reach out to me. But we're going to have our show starters perform in the lobby. We're looking to bring different businesses that cater to kids to come in to have activities to do before the show. It's going to be right before Christmas, literally the 18th through the 21st. So very holiday themed. So we're hoping it's going to be a really, really big event and a really big show for us. So we're super excited. Get your audition slots, sign up for the youth creative team, and tickets will be on sale soon. We're also doing 5 performances, which is big for us. So help us sell all those seats because we want everybody to see the Wizard of Oz.
I'm going to make my family come in to watch it.
It should.
Yeah. Because the girls
Are you going to actually come, though?
Yes.
She didn't come to prom.
I was sick.
Oh, well, that's reasonable.
Wait, when was prom?
No, you weren't sick.
Well, I was sick last weekend. Was prom last weekend?
No.
Oh, I was princessing. That's what it was. I was princessing out of state.
One of the days.
Yeah, and then when I came back on Sunday, I was like, I hate people. I spent 8 hours being a fairy godmother and like throwing tantrums and calming down parents who were like, I paid $45 for this event and I don't see them doing anything. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so our spring show.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hold on.
Not ready.
I got sidetracked by the cows.
I get it. Those cows. I have little Snoopy statues with different decorations on them. Not Disney, not Wizard of Oz related, though.
I have to wash my hands now. I touched a wild animal.
Okay, now I'm ready.
That
No,
wild
I'm not.
animal hated you.
Now I'm ready.
So our spring production is
Yay!
yes. That'll be fun.
I love Grease. I've done the show 3 times. Paul has a special story about it. We'll let him talk about that at 9 p.m. It's fun music. It is Grease. It's the Grease that you love, and we're gonna make it super special for GCPA. And really excited about that one. Yeah, and that's in the spring. We'll announce auditions for that one soon.
Did you know that, and I didn't, it's too late, but like, did you know that the auditions for Wizard of Oz, the callbacks are the same day as the Tonys? How did we not see that on our calendar?
I told Paul that we need to have I told Paul we need to have a live feed going on one of the downstairs TVs so that
We
you
can
can
probably
go
do that.
downstairs and check in.
I'm like, we're gonna miss the Tonys. That's all right.
The things we do.
I know.
There was no other date.
I know.
That's the other thing. We're auditioning early. For those of you who have done our fall show in the past, we traditionally audition in August, which means you don't know what you're doing in your fall until the fall is here. And it's just a really, really fast ramp up to the fall show for us after summer. So we're trying something new this year, auditioning early. And so don't sit on it because it'll come faster than you think. And I'm liking it. We're starting doing
Noah, did you find me something pink?
Like a month away, basically.
Literally a month away. What are our other talking points?
I think we've talked about a lot of them.
Our next talking point is, Noah, did you find me something pink?
Ooh, what would increased funding allow the organization to do that it currently cannot?
Bring in more kids. No, it would bring in more.
Yeah, I feel like allowing and being more, what's the word? Being more obvious and letting people know and getting the word out there that we do offer scholarships and we do have these free opportunities to do things for people that need it, I think will help with continuing our goal of diversity, social and economical and all those types of things, and just keeping basically being open to everybody.
It would give us the opportunity to introduce different kinds of kids to different type of kids. We have a class, our Tuesday night seniors class. We happen to have a very big class this year, and they are all from very different schools. And it's been so interesting and heartwarming to see them create connections and discover things about themselves that they are all interested in. So they're realizing, we're close to the same age. We don't live anywhere in the same places. We don't go to schools that are anything like each other. Some of them are in private, some of them are public, some of them are homeschooled. But we all really love K-pop. And we're going to dance to K-pop instead of listen to Miss Trinity as she tries to choreograph a song. And they bonded with that. They bonded with their love of not listening to us
Miss Trinity.
But
yay for the bonding, but poor Miss Trinity.
They've bonded outside of class. They have each other's phone numbers. They're texting each other. One kid is having a hard time at home and the other kids are rallying behind them. And like, you can come to my house if you need somewhere to hang out, or, my mom said she'll come pick you up and we'll go out like for ice cream or something like that. And it's been really lovely to see them like fall in love with each other. And they wouldn't have been able to experience that without a neutral space like GCPA. GCPA is that neutral space. It is not school. It is not home. So anything can happen, and it is a safe space for them to experience something new.
I can talk. Obviously, everything, with scholarships is going to allow us to do things with more students. But if you look beyond that, the more students we have and the bigger exposure we get in the community and the more people who know about what we're doing will help the donations come in different areas, not just scholarships, which is going to allow us to do more and more with our programming, including, space upgrades, maybe one day having our own theater space. Oh my gosh, I would love that. All those sorts of things. So even if you think a small donation towards a scholarship is not going to have significant impact, what do they call that? Like the butterfly effect or something like that? It all compounds in towards just feeding into our mission, which then goes further out into the community, which then compounds into being able to do more and more for what we're going to be able to do. And obviously, we all know money is what makes things happen. So then things cost money to do. So any money coming in any portion is going to help us achieve our goals and continue to grow as we move forward into year 12. Oh my gosh, it can't be year 12 because I'm only 26. I won't
started
say
as a
which
teenager.
student, but I was in class. I joke that I'm 26 all the time. I've been 26 for 26 years, not 26 years, but I joked and I said my real age in class recently. And one of the students, I still think she was joking. She swears she wasn't, but she acted literally shocked. She could not believe that I was not actually 26. I was like, if I was 26, I would have started GCPA when I was
13.
14 or 15. So, like, definitely not. But I was flattered anyway.
Yeah, and I think from my perspective, I just want to continue to see the types of programming that GCPA offers grow. We definitely have our niche and the things that we're known for and the things people come to us for, and we want to be able to offer more of that kind of programming. Definitely want to continue expanding the types of classes that we offer, being able to bring more types of programs like musical makers, which we talked about earlier, doing more partnerships with schools, which we also talked about earlier, that we're partnering with Mary Queen of Peace School to do their show this week. We want to be able to do more of that kind of thing as well, because all of that provides more exposure. I think what Stephanie said, you made a great point about like just getting the word out there and getting people excited about our mission and donating for other reasons or getting involved or spreading the word for other reasons. And that all compounds to helping the organization grow, so that it's not just about the dollars you give today providing a scholarship for a student, but it's also the full continued mission of GCPA to bring arts opportunities into the St. Louis community. And we've got so many ideas. And I mean, I don't know how you guys feel, but I've got so much GCPA left in me, and I'm just really ready and really excited to continue to grow and to expand, to get the word out and to get more kids in front of us, because ultimately that's why we're here. That's what we love. We just want to see kids grow and kids learn all that they're capable of and find their people, and just ultimately have a great like place and environment and different ways to become all that they can be.
Puppy.
Who wants to give? Wait, Lori, do the math. I don't do the math. Who wants to give
$35.
$35? Who wants to give $35 to get us
Yeah, 6 minutes.
What
6
a
minutes.
great milestone, you guys. $35 in 6 minutes. We can do it.
Aw.
This is Sammy. I had to go away because she gets stuck on the floor. She also put the camera on. You're smart.
Good job, Sammy.
Okay.
Oh. No, you can't go back outside. I don't trust you. Stop crying about it.
$35. We can do it in
My
6
furry
minutes.
friend is snoring next to me, but she weighs 90 pounds, so I can't.
We did it.
Wait, we did it.
it! Hey, thank you so much.
$15. 15, and we still have 6 minutes.
Yay, we did it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Hooray.
It was the bird. It was the bird.
It was the
you're
cows.
if you haven't been watching this whole hour, definitely go back and watch this particular live stream. This is there's been some epic events on this live stream, and I just
can't believe she's afraid of everything, you guys. She hears a car drive by and she hides. I don't understand how she can muster up the courage. One time she went after a bird and she climbed halfway up a tree and got scared of how high she was, and she wasn't even like 5 feet off the ground.
This rain is
yeah. Ashley, when are the videos just randomly throughout the day? Are they scheduled for certain times? Like,
yeah, that's a good question. So our alumni videos will be posted during all of the power hours for Give STL today. So tune in during the power hours. Yep. So we're wrapping up a power hour here. During the power hours, Give STL sponsors have pledged additional funds. And so everything you give during the power hours gets compounded with Give STL sponsor dollars. So all organizations that receive donations during the power hours receive additional sponsorship money. So you've got 4 minutes left. You can give right now, and it goes even further than what you give. And so, yeah, those alumni videos are going to be spread throughout the day during those power hours. So one of our alum, Caroline Santiago Turner, posted earlier. Definitely go find that on our feed and check her video out. She's working off Broadway right now in it's not a parody, but a version of based on the TV show Friends. And so she's playing Monica right now in Friends off Broadway. So that's super fun. And she actually recorded her video while she was in between shows on a 2-show day. So it's kind of fun to see her in her costume and backstage. And she's just got a really beautiful perspective on the value of arts. So then we'll have a couple more at noon and a couple more at 3 and a couple more at 6. And then we've got one more to wrap up our day with our 9 p.m. live stream as well. So hearing from lots of alum today. So tune in during those power hours and give so we can get to our $7,500 goal, which is now not $7,500. It's math, not $7,500 anymore. Good job.
6,000.
It's five,
685. 6,000.
No, hold on. I got a calculator.
6,008 and oh no. Yes,
5,000. It's 5,000 and something.
5,985.
Lori was the closest.
What did you say it was?
420.
Oh yeah, 5,085.
I can math.
I can sometimes. It's too early.
I never could. And yet I thought I was going to be a doctor.
All righty.
Well,
Got 2 minutes. Who's
Thank
going to
you.
donate
Yeah,
$5,985 in the next 2 minutes?
it could happen.
What if that really did happen? That would be very exciting.
That would be awesome.
Of course, we
Let's
would
sit
love
here.
to blow through the ceiling of 7,500.
There would. We've
Let's
done it
sit here
before.
in silence.
It's happened. We've done it before. We've got some of the best supporters out there, and we're super, super thankful to everybody who has donated in the past and who will donate, who is donating today for Give STL. Just thank you guys so much for your continued support of GCPA. We see it. We feel it. We love everybody.
Yeah. And enjoy this. Hopefully it won't be as gloomy. I think the rain's supposed to stop if it hasn't already.
No,
Enjoy your
I
day
love
wherever
rainy
you may
days.
be, and pop in and watch the videos that are from our alumni, and we will see you at 9 tonight as well. And Paul will be here as well.
We don't need Paul.
Tamara
Too, yeah.
Tamara is one of our administrative assistants, and she is the mom of an alum who we love. That's right, 2 alums.
Well, two sons have been in shows with us.
So she's got some really great perspective on things too. We love Tamara.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day.